Do you ever feel like the jewelry you wear could mean more than just a fashion statement? Many women want to celebrate their heritage and boost their confidence, but finding meaningful, high quality pieces, especially rooted in cultural tradition, can be tough. There's the challenge of blending modern style with cultural symbolism, doubts about whether your story will truly resonate, and the struggle to build a supportive community around your brand. Stephanie Trinh, the founder of Crown, has faced and overcome all of these hurdles. As a Vietnamese Chinese American entrepreneur, she created Crown to connect identity, self-worth, and empowerment through jade jewelry. In today's episode, we'll dig into Stephanie's journey from passion project to purpose-driven brand, uncover how affirmation and intention shape both her business and her life, and talk about the power of nurturing community. Get ready to find inspiration for bringing deeper meaning and confidence to your own daily rituals. With that, I would like to introduce you to one of my amazing friends from San Diego. Actually, yes, I had to leave the city to bring my San Diego friends on. I'm bad that way sometimes. Everybody, I want you to meet Stephanie Trinh. You are the founder of Crowned, and I had the pleasure and the honor to see you grow with that company. And guys, you're going to get to hear all about it. You're going to get all about it. Crowned is a purpose-driven modern jade jewelry brand rooted in meaning, identity, and empowerment, which you have embodied since I know you. Yes, I like trickle things out, guys. You will hear all the stories about it. As a Vietnamese Chinese American entrepreneur, Stephanie created Crown to celebrate her culture heritage through meaningful pieces that symbolize strength, prosperity, and self-love. What began as a passion project has grown into a meaningful movement, one that celebrates identity, empowers self-worth, and connects women to their cultural roots through jade. And Stephanie, holy crap, I remember the days with the jewelry that might have cost the name. I don't know where the name came from, ladies. Everybody listening or watching, I don't actually know where the name came from, so we might just ask about that. Because I remember your original gold jewelry with the crowns, with the letters on it. That's how long we know each other. I don't even know how long we know each other.
It's been years.
And then watch you find your passion. You always had the passion in the jewelry, but find your passion with jade, connecting it with your heritage, and it all just coming together. Oh my God, what a journey to watch. And I would love to know. I watch it and I'm like, yeah, sure, this is where she's gonna go. Makes total sense. How was that journey from your point of view? From that original Crown business and then finding your jade. It's like, to me, it's like, yeah, that's the path. Was it that clear to you too, as it was for me watching from the outside?
No, definitely not. So when I first started Crowned, I came up with the idea at the end of 2018. And then 2019, I jumped right in. I finally found a manufacturer, built out my website, did all the marketing stuff because I'm in marketing. So like I knew how to do all that stuff, and that I was also very passionate about that. So then I spoke on stage, I remember at like San Diego Startup Week, and I had a client who purchased like, I think like $1,000 worth of jewelry for me, which I thought I was like, oh my God, this is it. I was like, I'm going to break even. We're great. Like, so we did decent the first year. And then after that, 2019, then 2020 happened. So I kind of not forgot about it, but it was like, I didn't focus on it as much as I could have. And it was, to me, I called it my side hustle. So it was like, of course I was still in the back, like designing stuff or just making iterations and doing things. I just didn't take it as seriously as I could have, because I was also running my social media marketing agency. And then come 2021 or 2022. I don't remember when it was, but I feel like Lunar New Year has become more of a common thing in celebrating holiday celebrations. So then I was like, ooh, I would really love to make a Lunar New Year limited edition like collection. And so I started that. And I of course incorporated jade because that's very much a thing in the Chinese Vietnamese culture. And there had to be something with red tied in because red means like luck and prosperity, and then gold, of course. So it was like those three specific things. And then I added on like little things that I thought meant something to me. So whether it was like the Chinese character meaning like, you know, wealth and prosperity, like wishing you prosperity and luck and all that stuff, or like just putting a dollar sign in there to like have this unconscious, like, okay, attracting, manifesting money and prosperity into my life. I did that. And then we shared it to a group called Subtle Asian Traits. And there was, I think, it was 2 million people in that Facebook group. I don't remember how much it was. It was a lot. And basically my cousin's girlfriend, who was like a sister to me, she shared it and was like, you guys should check out my sister's like jewelry line. I can't for Chinese New Year. And it was Year of the Rabbit. I specifically remember this. And everyone was so supportive. And it just like completely blew up. And I sold out actually in 2 days. I mean, I didn't have like a ton of pieces to sell. I wasn't like out here hustling jewelry, like making sure I was selling thousands of pieces a year or anything. So it was amazing. I was so shocked because I had never seen so many orders or just people on my website before. And it meant a lot. But of course, then you had a little bit of self-doubt come in and you're like, wait, people actually like this? Like, are they going to see it and think, you know, like you start thinking, I mean, I think it's cute. But then I don't know. I have no clue why that doubt just like starts creeping in. Yeah. And since then I was just like, oh, okay. So I tell myself that I'm really good at building and nurturing relationships. So the goal was everyone that purchased from me, I was like, these people are supporting me from day one. I'm going to make sure that I give them the best customer service and do anything and everything to make sure they're happy. So I continued nurturing those relationships. So I would follow them back on Instagram, always respond to their messages on Instagram, and then just kept on making new pieces. The nice thing is people would give me feedback and be like, we want silver, or like, we want this and we want that. And of course, then you give the people what they want. And then it just kept on going from there. And I started taking it more serious and implementing like paid ads, started doing email marketing, doing my own social media for it. And now it is where it is today.
All the way to your rich BFF wearing your jewelry. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So one of her friends commented on my ad and tagged her. And then that was how she found out about what Crown was, because she tagged and said, at Your Rich BFF, I feel like this is something you would like. And then Your Rich BFF said, yes, I would. So that was, yeah, it was a complete, like,
That's the interesting thing about social media. I'm like, yeah, we are living it, but it's like, it's such a perfect example of you never know who is watching. Even if they might not comment or might not be like, hey, you need to check this out. I had similar experiences where it's like, I didn't even know you were there. And I think that's the magical side of social media. And I love how you look at you look at your buyers as a community. And you also shared how you always say how we speak to ourselves matters more than how we speak to others. And I know that affirmation cards are a key and a key part of your brand. Can you share with my listeners how this practice has shaped your own mindset and maybe how my audience can implement their own affirmations in the daily routine? How do affirmations show up with your brand, and how can we maybe use it?
Yeah. So at the very beginning, when I created Crowns, before all the jade and stuff, the whole affirmations part of it was just always part of it. So in neuro-linguistic programming, there's this thing called anchoring where in my class, we learned how to anchor, like, if you touch some part of your body part, you can get yourself to be in a more confident state. And so when we were learning that, I was thinking it might be a little more challenging to teach someone that like in my eyes, I was thinking, I feel like that'd be more challenging for me to teach someone like the body part, because then if someone chooses something and it's just, yeah. So then I was thinking, well, what if I can do that with jewelry? Because I feel like women tend to buy jewelry for ourselves when we reach a new milestone. That's definitely what I do. Yeah. See?
For
When
everybody
we-
just listening, I was literally grabbing to my new necklace because there is literally a meaning behind when I switched from the necklace I used to wear 24/7 before that to this one now. And to interrupt you just for a second, ladies, for everybody that's listening and might not quite be able to wrap your head around anchoring, pretty much what anchoring is, it's like building a physical button to trigger an emotion, to trigger a thought. The same way as we trigger memories through a song or a smell or anything. That's the idea of anchoring. Something specific is triggering. You anchored something specific to something. Just like you anchor a memory to a smell or music, you can anchor that specific memory or how you want to feel or how you want to be to a body part. So just that the audience knows what that's going on. So you went through that NLP training, you heard about anchoring and all the things. So you were working through of how to maybe make this easier, because the physical NLP anchoring part is not necessarily, quote, a simple process. It is a process. There's multiple layers to this.
Mhm.
And I don't know you, but I sometimes get weird looks of, you want to do what?
Yeah, like touch me where?
We don't touch
And it's
that.
like, okay,
Ladies, we don't touch that. It's all appropriate touching.
Yeah.
But still, it's weird.
You're touching yourself, okay? It's okay. Yeah, so then, I mean, I was already thinking we're already building some sort of small anchor by buying that jewelry piece. And so what if I could help them strengthen it? And so on my affirmation cards, I don't have any here with me, but basically on the front, it's a soft touch, really pretty card with gold foil on it.
I love those.
Yeah. And so for me, I was like, I needed this to be a really nice card that someone does not want to throw away. And so I purposely don't put the crown logo anywhere on the affirmation side. And it's actually a 4x6, so it would fit in a 4x6 frame. And I was hoping they would put it up somewhere. And I have, I think, like 5 or 6 different affirmations that I felt like was generic enough, but a little specific enough to like help someone with where they're at in their life journey. And on the back is then where I put 3 simple steps to anchor your jewelry pieces. And then that's when I give the steps on like, okay, like hold your jewelry piece close and like close your eyes. Now imagine this, make it bigger, make it brighter. And then I also sent an email after they buy of an audio clip with binaural beats behind it with the meditation to create the anchor. Yeah. So there was a lot of intention behind this. I mean, I don't know how many people actually listen to the audio, but I made it and it basically takes it to a Dropbox link where then you can listen to it and like anchor your confidence onto it. And then I do put at the very bottom, it's kind of like a muscle. The more you do it, the more it's for you. So I've done personal development for over 10 years now. And it has taken me quite a while to learn to have better self-talk. I will say coming from, immigrant parents, being in the Chinese Vietnamese community, I did see a pattern that Asian kids do not have the best self-talk. And I think it's a lot of the way where our parents raised us, not because they're evil or anything. It's just because they did the best that they could with what they had. And it just made me think it's the normal in our culture. And I feel like if I could one by one help inspire and like influence a little bit more people to learn to talk better to themselves, then we could make a little bit more of a difference, because then it's like it gets passed on from generation to generation. So let's say like a mom sees my jewelry and then she starts speaking to herself more kindly, which then her children witness, and then her children start speaking to themselves more kindly. It's like, let's break this generational trauma. Like no more speaking bad to ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to start adding that into my marketing where it's like, it just becomes an unconscious message of like, hey, love yourself a little more, love yourself and speak to yourself more. And, and then however I can include actions. It's funny because I know Lunar New Year won't be here for another few months, February, But I actually did make these because we receive money in red envelopes for Lunar New Year. And I created a vinyl sticker that says, I love money and money loves me. And I want to give up. Yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't be announcing that, but I'm announcing it. I'm giving out those stickers for Lunar New Year as like part of the Lunar New Year promo.
And I think
because I was just,
I think
yeah.
that's I think it's such a big struggle for women, I think, often enough, with this I love money and money loves me, where it's like this is one of my journeys right now. Money is one of my journeys right now because I literally can feel the physical response saying I love money. It is not a belief of mine yet. It's like the first initial reaction is I'm not supposed to love money. Money is bad. Because I had, growing up, so many stories of money doesn't grow on trees. Money makes you a bad person. Blah, 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 blah. All the things. I'm like, I am realizing all the patterns. I am halfway through the process. We are polishing this up because I am not going back to the shit. So I love how you bring all of this together between all of it, where it's like, yeah, I'm like pieces of jewelry. It's my hold on to. My necklace beforehand was a crystal, was a black crystal that is thought to be keeping bad energy away because I take people's energy on. I'm just relearning to read my own energy versus other people's energy that I took on versus their emotions and everything. And I felt coming to a point where it's like, I don't need that fear. It wasn't fear, it was a growth, but I felt like it was kind of based in fear of I don't want your energy, where I'm like, no, I want something more balanced, which is why I now have all of the crystals based on the chakras right now, where it's all me. And I literally wear this thing 24/7. And when I have a bad time, I also have that physical connection. So hearing all of the intention and the purpose behind your gorgeous jewelry, I'm like, I know some of that. I didn't know all of the intention behind it. It's like, holy fuck, yes, it makes so much sense. And I love all of this. It's like, yes. And I also happen to know some of your future plans for this, where you're planning on potentially dropping the by Stephanie and turning this into an even bigger thing of letting Crown stay on its own. And now knowing the whole passion and purpose behind everything that you are doing with Crown, I can completely see that, where it's like Crown is becoming its own thing. And I would love to hear from you what Crown is going to be within the next year or two.
So I am working on getting the name Crowned trademarked. It's in the process. So that's why we have the TM there. So not yet the little R circle. It was never my intent to actually add the by Stephanie. It was just at the time, I didn't think much of it. It was small and I'm like, who's going to care? So the only URL available, the .com URL, was Crowned by Stephanie. Crown Collection, Crown Jewelry, all that stuff was taken. So I figured, you know what? This is not forever. I'll just buy this URL for now. And then when that time comes, I will then figure out how to get crown.com or crownjewelry.com. So it's really crazy that I'm finally in a place where it's like, it's starting to matter. I need to build enough capital where I can have the leverage to then go to whoever owns or like is sitting on crown.com or crownjewelry.com and see if I can get that. I haven't done research into it yet, but I did start noticing when I'm looking at SEO, people do search for Crown by Stephanie reviews or Crown by Stephanie. I actually don't love that. I've never wanted that. And I try really hard to only say crowned. I think because it's in the URL, people think that's what it's called. It's not. Also, the other crazy thing, when I created Crowned as the name for the business, I was looking up synonyms of like lavish and like extravagant, just really beautiful, like something just really high end, right? And then when crown, like I think crown or crowned pop up, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. I like that. So then I went with that. So that was the intent behind it. Was I wanted it to sound very high end, luxury, extravagant, just on all those levels. And one day my friend texted me and she was like, wait, I just found out that crowned means Stephanie in German, or I forget what language it is. And she's like, am I missing something? Was that done on purpose? And I'm like, what? I actually had no clue. There was no intent. Like I'm not that conceited where I really wanted my name in that much. And I was like, completely pure coincidence. That is insane, actually. So I looked it up and I was like, wow, I had absolutely no intent. The entire point was crown just really resonated with me in the sense of like high-end luxury, just, yeah. Because I always wanted it to be a very high quality jewelry brand. I mean, it is a high quality jewelry brand and I wanted to stay that way. And so the name needed to reflect that.
I love that. Do you have, I'm making that laugh because she has no idea what's coming. I love the intention behind Crowned, right? And all the purpose you put into this and building this community. And this is why I was giggling, because I'm curious, do you also have a dream or a plan for the community side of things? Is there, I don't know, is there something cooking?
Not cooking as much as it should be. Absolutely a community thing.
We don't shoot on each other. We don't shoot on each other. You already
you.
have built, and there's the NLP coming through. We don't shoot.
Yeah,
on
I
each
love
other.
it. I love it. Thank you for the reminder.
You already have built such a community, and I know this community will be evolving simply by who you are, and that's why I was like, maybe she has something in her pocket. That's where my giggling came from, because I knew there was a possibility that no, you might not have consciously anything in planning, but I know that subconsciously there is definitely things happening.
You're right. Subconsciously, there definitely is something brewing. Just consciously, I haven't yet put in the work. I eventually do want to get to a point where I'm doing pop-ups just nationally all over, so I can visit just have Crown customers actually be able to come visit me in person. And then for me to honestly just even hold like a little pop-up at like a restaurant and I like treat, just have go and meet up here. There's gonna be food and drinks. Come join me. I would love to do a Q&A and like get everyone's opinions and like give out freebies. That for sure I want to happen. That I think that would be really fun and amazing, because I get a lot of stories, emails, DMs of how meaningful Crowned is. Like they're so grateful that they found my jewelry. I would love to be able to witness them tell me this story in person. I think that would mean so much more to me than just reading the text and, like actually being able to see the body language, the tonality, just everything that goes with it, than just reading text and reading it how I view it through my lens. So for sure, that's going to happen. I'm working on a name that I want to call us. I did ask the community. I haven't yet loved any, so I'm still working on that. But I want it to be something fun and awesome.
Oh, I'm pretty sure something will come around where it's like it's gonna be the right name at the right time. We know how that goes. I'm curious with this community involvement and everything. What's your take on collaborations, on doing limited edition collaborations, combining potentially with your community or with other artists or something like that?
Ooh, I would definitely love to do that. I just haven't yet. I don't feel like right now I have the bandwidth to get that done, because I'm still, the interesting thing enough is I would honestly say I finally took Crowned seriously as a real business, implementing everything like as it should be and not just kind of throwing it together and figuring it out. As of January of this year. So I feel like my bandwidth is like, I'm learning so much, which is amazing. And I feel like once I get all that down, so I would probably say 2026, we probably will have collaboration. I am so very open to it. I just do not have the bandwidth right now.
I love that. And considering 2026 is not that far out.
It's not that far.
Hi.
No.
A rich BFF collaboration, putting it out
I
there,
have definitely considered it, because I was like, you talk about money. I'm all about manifesting money. You're talking about the IQ. I'll be about the EQ. We collaborate really well. If you're listening, Vivian.
2026. You never know what a new year brings.
Yes.
Stephanie, tell my listeners and viewers, where can they find you? Where can they check out your amazing jewelry?
So you can find me on Instagram at crowned_by Stephanie. And then you can also find my website at crownedbystephanie.com.
And this is the reason why we always put all the links in the description. So no worries there, ladies. You can go crazy shopping simply by clicking the link down below. You'll find Stephanie and her amazing jewelry. By the way, those new hot earrings with those hook, the hook.
You mean the one that I'm wearing now, the twisted fate earrings?
Those are the ones. Those are the ones.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm wearing the lavender jade ones right now. I felt like the lavender was going to look better with the pink.
I love those. They're so intricate. And it's like, you look at it twice and it's like, how did she do that?
Well, to be fair, I did not shave the jade and make it myself. I just designed it.
Yeah,
so.
But to me, even just the design is like, how do you come up with that?
Well, I wanted it to be, links are in. And so I was like, but can we make it less like, I feel like links just look kind of I'm thinking main link. It just looked kind of masculine. I was like, can we soften it? Can we do this? And so shout out to my manufacturer who's always very patient with me because I am a self-taught jewelry designer. So I will say I am also still learning. There are a lot of times where I'm like, no, I still want to change this. I want to change this. And she's like, okay. She just goes with it. And I'm like, thank you.
I love that. And that's just another sign of it's amazing when you have the right people in your corner. Stephanie, Thank you so much for joining me today and popping in on my invitation. Now that I'm like, why am I not bringing on Stephanie? For everybody listening and watching, first of all, links are down below, description up above, wherever you are listening or viewing from. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should. You just saw how amazing Stephanie is. We have a lot of other amazing women coming to introduce you to see their stories, to hear their journey, to learn from them, to feel with them, to experience what they experienced, and maybe take some of it home. Also a piece of jewelry, easy to take home and anchor. So with that, go hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next episode. Stephanie, thanks so much. And I'll definitely gonna have to message you when I'm back in San Diego. We are due for a coffee.
We are absolutely, and lunch. Maybe drinks too.
All of the things.
Yes, all of the things.
Bye, everybody.